Pay attention. Pay attention. Attention is very key to life, and from time to time, moment by moment, we must know what to pay attention to. I like to say that again. Attention is very key to life, and from time to time, moment by moment, we must know what to pay attention to. Most opportunities lost were as a result of not paying due attention where or when needed. I like to run us through a few things to pay attention to, and then from time to time, I will implore you to listen to this very message. Somehow you will be quickened, you'll be prompted, you will have a clear knowledge and sensitivity of what to do from time to time. Pay attention to discoveries, both yours and that of other people. Pay attention to discoveries, both yours and that of others. Pay attention to your tasks and do them well. I mean your tasks and duties, and do them well. A lot of people fail in life because the first set of things they were open to, they did not pay attention to the things they were to learn, especially while on duty, and that accounted for their total failure in life. Some graduated to the point of owning their own firm, but there is no one who will change you from who you truly are. What has become your way of life is actually part of you. Pay attention to excesses, yours and that of the people around you. You need to check excesses in quick time, whether that of your own self or of another person who is around you. Pay attention to the person and the things you love. Some people, they claim they love their spouse or their wife, but that you observe is in neglect. I mean absolute neglect. They really know what is happening to their partner. Pay attention to the first 1 hour of every day. Ask any great man, they will tell you how zealous they are about their first 1 hour of the day. How jealously they guard their first hour of the day. You begin to become great when you know how to handle the first hour of every blessed day given to you by God. Pay attention to loopholes. Many times all we are left with is a loophole. As a matter of fact, great people only spot loopholes that others will never spot, even if they pass the same spot 1,000 times. Pay attention to loopholes, whether while listening to a speaker, whether while listening to a message, etc. Pay attention to whatever can still be rescued. At times we give up before the time up. I like to say that again. At times we give up before the time up. You need to pay attention to what, be it human or things, even events. Now pay attention to your mind. Dr. Mike Murdoch says something and I like it. He said, the more creative you are, the more trouble you will have with your mind. Your mind is a gold mine. You need to pay due attention to your mind. Some people treat their minds carelessly. Pay attention to your reactions. Epictetus, the great philosopher, said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. That's a quote by Epictetus, the Greek philosopher. Pay attention to your moods. Listen to this. Be careful of your moods and feelings, for there is an unbroken connection between your feelings and your visible world. Neville Goddard. Let me take that quote again. Neville Goddard said, be careful of your moods and feelings, for there is an unbroken connection between your feelings and your visible world. Neville Goddard lived between 1905 and 1972. He was a New Thought author. Pay attention to your partner's plaints and plight. Pay attention to your partner's plaints and plight. Whenever your partner starts to talk or complain repeatedly about a thing, I mean any subject at all, it's time for you to equally pay attention. And I mean serious attention. Failure to do this may lead to what you may not be able to recover from. Pay attention to what you know might happen. Pay attention to what you know might happen. A very serious example is in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 22 and verse 22, when David at the end of the day was regretting, talking about what he actually was apprised of, what he got a nudge for, what he truly envisaged, but he did not do anything about. Let me read what he said, and if you have time, you can go and read the full account in 1 Samuel chapter 22. But I'm reading 1 Samuel chapter 22 and verse 22. It says, "And David said unto Abiathar, I knew it that day, when Doeg the Edomite was there, that he would surely tell Saul, I have caused the deaths of all the persons of your father's house." Pay attention to what you know won't be the best either to do or partake of. Pay attention to what won't be the best either to do or partake of. Many people walk into things blindly. Their conscience telling them don't, yet they head on into it. Pay attention to whatever can reveal carelessness. Pay attention to whatever on earth you know can reveal carelessness. Pay attention to reading, especially whatever you decide to read about. Pay attention to reading. Best example and talk about reading could be found in Think Big by Ben Carson. I will refer you to go and read page 22 and 23. It's excellent there, what reading can do to a man. Pay attention to what reveals folly. Don't do anything that will show that you are foolish or reveal a foolish side of your life. Pay attention to what reveals folly. Pay attention to momentum. Pay attention to momentum. It can alter a life and affect a destiny. Pay attention to whatever keeps you going. Pay attention to change. Pay attention to time. Pay attention to what's never to be repeated again. Pay attention to what's never to be repeated again, especially when you have learned your lesson. Especially when you have learned your lesson. There are times when you find yourself involved in a thing or with a thing, and at the end of the day, you are regretting it before you know it. Pay attention to whatever looks like a wake-up call. Pay attention to whatever looks like a wake-up call in your life. Anything can be the wake-up call that God will use to show you what you are on earth for. Pay attention to what can be avoided. I would like to refer you one more time to the book Think Big by Ben Carson. Read page 181 of Think Big by Ben Carson. Pay attention to your habits, both the good and the bad. Pay attention to your habits, both the good and the bad. Psychologists have said that if you do anything repeatedly for 21 days, it has become a habit.